Take a Number from AMIGO Games. Take a Number comes with 100 number cards and 7 row cards. The object is to end the game with the least amount of points, which are indicated by the bullheads on each card. Set up the game by placing the row cards in a column at the center of the table. Place an X row card in front of each player. Shuffle the deck of number cards, then place one number card next to each row card. Deal 8 number cards to each player to start their hand. Set the remaining cards aside. You won't need them for the remainder of this round. Now you're ready to start. All players take one card from their hand and place it face down on the table. At the same time, players flip over their card. The player with the lowest card goes first. Players add their card to one of the 3 row cards using the 2 rules of the game. Rule number 1. Ascending order. The value of the cards must increase from left to right. Rule number 2. Least difference. A card must be placed in the row that ends with the next closest lower value. You can see that the 21 can go next to the 12 or the 19 to satisfy the ascending order rule. But the 21 must be played next to the card with the least difference, which is the 19. The player who flipped over the second lowest card goes next. That's the 35. The 35 is higher than the 12, but it is closer to the 21, so it must be played in that row. The player who flipped over the next lowest card goes next, and so on. Once all players have placed their cards on a row, they simultaneously draw another card from their hands. Again, the player with the lowest card goes first. As the game progresses, the rows begin to fill in. This is where you start to gain points. If you have to play the final card, the 3rd, 4th, or 5th card in a row, you must take all the cards already in that row. For example, if your card is the 50 in this situation, it is higher than 18, but must be played next to the 35 since it is closest to that card. Since you are playing the 4th card in this row, you must take all the other cards in that row. Your card then becomes the 1st card in that row. You may also collect cards if the value of your card is too low to place in any of the rows. For instance, if your card is a 7, you cannot place it next to any of these rows. You must take all of the cards in a row of your choice and place your card as the 1st card of that row. It is wise to take the row with the lowest points. When you take cards, you choose one card to place in your X row, and the others are added to your hand. You may play these cards starting with your next turn. Each time you add cards to your X row, you must follow the ascending order rule. If you have to put a new card in your X row that doesn't follow the ascending order rule, you must take all the cards already in your X row and create a face-down X pile. The next time you have to take the cards from your X row, put them on your existing X pile. The game continues until one player has run out of hand cards. Then, it's time to count your points. Every bullhead on your remaining hand cards is worth 1 point. Every bullhead on the cards in your X pile is worth 2 points. The cards in your X row are not worth any points. The game ends after the 2nd round. Add your points from both rounds. The player with the fewest points wins the game. The latest version of Take a Number is included with the original card game Take 5. Take a Number is a standalone game with the same basic gameplay as Take 5 and is a great option if you have fewer players. For more information on Take 5, Take a Number, and AMIGO's other great games, please visit our website at www.amigo.games.